Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Dap Daniel up in the building. Got very special Black Evolution premiere season 4, debate season. We turn it up. We're gonna dominate. It's gonna be controversial. It's gonna be excellent. We got several great topics. We got Farve Scandal, Kanye West wears White Lives Matter t-shirt, and we got the Farve Scandal and the Celtics coach. Let's get into it. When we have special guests, Mr. Molly Moore and moderator, debate man, Mr. Kidd Klutch Productions. Let's get into it.
Okay, fellas, let's get it started. First question. This goes to Moore. What are your thoughts on Kanye West and Candace Owens wearing the White Lives Matter t-shirt?
My thoughts on that situation is very simple. Kanye's a troll. And he knows what he's doing. He knows how dangerous that is. He knows how the wrong people are going to take that and run with it. We're seeing it now. And Candace Owens backing him up. That they're both trolls. They know what they're doing. That's my thought.
Daniel, what are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on this is this. I don't even call Kanye West Kanye. I call him Kanye. We all know he cooning and he's selling out. And basically, with this whole White Lives Matter t-shirt, he just come out and saying what the situation is and stuff. Now, people say, well, do you not mean that white lives don't matter? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he's doing it for political reasons. As Maul just stated, he's trolling and everything. But I'd say at the same time, too, he is doing it for political reasons and he's selling out. He cooning. Same thing with Candace Coon Owens. She cooning, too. She doing this for a profit. She doing this just to make money and sell out the community. That's what I feel was going on in this situation.
But see, the question I have with this is, why hasn't Kanye ever been held accountable for all this coonish behavior and buffoonery behavior? It's like people get outraged by the stuff he says for a week, and then it's like back to business with Kanye. People start listening to his music, blocking his brand. Yeah. I want to know your thoughts on that.
Because I think people think social media is a real place, and it's not. So you see all this social media outrage, and everybody saying cancel Kanye, and I don't do this with Kanye, I don't rock with Kanye, fuck Kanye, on Twitter and on Instagram. But in real life, I feel like people have not held him accountable, or they go, I don't like the new Kanye, I listen to the old Kanye. They give themselves an out to still like his music or to still rock with his brand. People don't want to cancel nobody. People don't want to cancel nobody if they like. That's my thought.
Dan, you got anything else you want to say?
I'd say this. Yeah, I have to say this. It's all about branding and marketing. That's it. He's a big celebrity, so they're not going to cancel their quote-unquote leader or entertainer, which is why Malcolm X always said that entertainers are not leaders. So it's just, for me, it's just all about the branding and everything else, and the white power structure won't allow him to be canceled because they need to use him as a tool. That's my thoughts on it. Like, they're not canceling because they don't want him to be canceled, quite simply. And, they have, coon people like Candace Owens back him up to support him, to give him legitimacy. Well, the grassroots doesn't find him legitimate and doesn't find her legitimate. So their ploy is failing with the black grassroots.
Because I'm glad you said that, because I found myself doing that too when they said Kanye as far as his music. Like, I won't listen to his new music because I think a lot of it is trash, but like his old stuff, I like it. So I just rock with it. But the thing is, I don't rock with him. So I can see how some people would make the distinction, but I still see some people, they just rock with him in general with everything.
Yeah, at that point, you're a troll too. I can't take you serious.
Yep. And transitioning to the next topic. A few weeks ago, Pro Football Hall of Famer Brett Favre was accused of stealing millions of dollars from welfare recipients to build a stadium for his daughter's college. What are your thoughts on this scandal, Daniel?
Well, Brett Favre, as a player, he's arguably a great player. But as a person, he's a real despicable, evil person. Like, you're going to steal money from the poorest of the poor that need that money to survive and to make it. And you're going to use that to build some dumb stadium? A stadium for your daughter, a volleyball stadium. I'm like, really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? I'm like, to me, he disgusts me. Like, it's disgusting. And the fact that he goes, well, when the whole scandal was going on, like, oh, well, if the media finds out, can this be traced back to me? I'm like, this sounds like a drug dealer question, to be honest. Like, really? Like, you sitting up there talking about, oh, is the media gonna find out? Can they find out back to me? Can they trace it back to me? I'm like, that goes to show you don't know what the hell you doing. You don't know what you're doing. And just like, it's crazy. Like, I can't stand him now. Like, he's disgusting. And now I think the NFL should remove him. He should be removed from the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't get anything. They should just completely distance themselves from that. To basically do up for political reasons, like, oh, hey, we're gonna distance ourselves from him because we don't want to be associated with scandalous behavior. That's my thoughts on it.
I have to agree with you on that. Mo, what are your thoughts on that?
It's not going to be a lot of debate with this one because I think he is a shitbag. Respectfully, I think he's a terrible person too. Like, you steal from your home state, which is the poorest state out of all 50 states, and you use it just to build a stadium, and you got the governor's help. The governor helped you.
And the worst part is he still got caught. I'm like, the governor helping you, you still getting caught.
All that shit's gonna come out. All that shit's all gonna come out. And then he had the nerve to say the media was smearing him. Like, dummy, you the reason we have it.
And that's the thing that's so crazy with him, and I just think as the culture, as a society, is that when a rich white guy does something like that, they don't get held accountable for it, really. They get away and people kind of sweep it under the rug. Because I think the first person I saw that was talking about it heavily was Shannon Sharp. But I felt like at first the media was giving him a pass for even doing that. And had that been, let's say, Michael Vick, people would have been all over that and they would have been calling him everything but child of God. But it's crazy how it happens because you got people that still haven't forgiven Michael Vick for the dog fighting, but Brett Favre, people, they're not even outraged over this. It shows like the double standard going on in society.
I feel I agree with you on this and double standard, not just on that, but I feel like there is outrage, but it's far less outrage than, like you said, for Michael Vick. And if Michael Vick happened, oh, everybody's like, outrage, cancel, get rid of him. Brett Favre or something, oh, we're not gonna say nothing. And according also to Shannon Sharp, this isn't the first time he's done something shady and everything. So yeah, they've been knowing about this. They just don't want to do anything about it. Like, it's crazy.
Like, imagine this headline: LeBron James takes funds from his school to build Bronny's high school a new gym. Imagine that caption. Imagine that headline today. Oh, it would be on everything. It would be blowing up everybody's social media. It would be all over the place. People be talking about it all day, all night, all week. It'd be a trending topic for at least the next month, 2 months, in his whole court journey. That's essentially what Brett Favre did.
That is what he did. I'm gonna go a step further. LeBron wouldn't even be in the headlines, they would be ready to put him on trial for doing that. He had to pay the money back. He served time in jail. Bronny would likely lose his scholarship. A lot of stuff would happen. People would be raising holy hell over with LeBron if LeBron did that.
Right. But we still gonna see them Wrangler commercials with Brady.
Yep. Yeah, because he's a good old American boy. Good old American. Yeehaw! You know, he's that good old. It's a good old boys club. They're gonna protect. They're gonna protect their interests. They're gonna protect who they want to protect, and everything else. It's all about the power structure. The powers that be want Brett Favre protected. That's what it is. I'm gonna tell you people what it really is. It's not even just about Brett Favre. It's about the power structure. They control everything. They control basically who gets protected and who doesn't get protected. This has everything to do with the race issue and everything else because LeBron James was caught doing stuff what Brett Favre was doing. Like y'all said, it would be holy hell. People rising up, get him out. Brett Favre, we gonna keep quiet. We're gonna control the outrage. We're not gonna say too much in the media. We're not gonna have Stephen A. Smith speak out and stuff. Because when Michael Vick and stuff did something, Stephen A. was out there, you know, speaking out, giving an outrage that was necessary and sometimes unnecessary. When it comes to Brett Favre situation, I did not see Stephen A. Smith or First Take talk about it one bit. They only talked about.
Well, Stephen A. spoke about it. He spoke about it actually yesterday.
Yeah, he's been talking about it.
Yeah.
He's been talking about it recently, but when it first came out, where was he at?
Yeah, he said something.
Yeah.
He said something.
He didn't elaborate on it much at first, but he did say something after Shannon Sharp went at it.
Yeah, but see, after Shannon Sharp, why didn't he go? Why was he the first one to be on there like he usually is with everything else?
At that time, there was a lot going on, and there was a rotation of topics. So he did after that, when it finally got out there. And Shannon spoke on it, because he didn't have time. Because he was traveling that day. But he did speak on it.
Okay, I'll give y'all that. You know, sometimes, Stephen A., I like him as a commentator, but sometimes, when issues come out, that's important. He's the last one to be on the right side of history. I'll just say that,
Yeah, he got his moments sometimes.
Yeah. All depends. Transition into the next topic. This topic, it was hot a few weeks ago, but we're going to bring it back to the light because it's wrong. Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka was suspended for a year for having a consensual relationship with a married female staffer. And the female staffer, it was later revealed she's married to a executive within the Celtics organization. Mm-hmm. And I want to know, what are your thoughts on this more?
That's a lot here. It's a lot. Because his wife is Nia Long. Let's start with that. You cheated on Nia Long. And, I know they say men gonna cheat. Men gonna cheat whenever, whatever. Men gonna cheat. But it's Nia Long. And then on top of that, what I've heard was it was consensual for a while. And then Udoka, I think he said Udoka.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah. He started taking things too far, allegedly. And that's how stuff started to get out. I don't know, but honestly, he's just a creep. But you on the road, I don't know. I just know what. And they said there's still more. Matt Barnes was talking about it yesterday. He was like, when the rest of it comes out, you're all going to be like how I feel. Because he was so. Because first I thought it was just coworkers. Coworkers sleep with other coworkers all the time. But then when Matt Barnes was like, it's a whole lot more. It's a lot deeper than what it is. What they can say publicly without getting sued. So I was like, oh man, whatever you did, man, you really fucked up. Because Matt Barnes had to take it back. I was like, yeah. I don't know what it is. He really fucked up.
Yeah, you had to. That happened. Was that on Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson's podcast, All the Smoke? Was he on another?
He did. He talked about it on All the Smoke, but the clip I was talking about was he did a DJ Vlad interview, and he talked about it again on DJ Vlad.
Okay, I'll check out both shows for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Daniel, what are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Well, my thoughts on this situation is it's just a whole awful situation on all sides. First of all, I'm going with the Nia Long thing. You cheated on Nia Long, brother. Very beautiful woman and everything for her age. She's 51. I get it. Hey, you're younger than her. I understand, but at the end of the day, if you wanted to break it off with her, you should have been a man and been honest and been like, hey, listen, this ain't gonna work. It was great. I enjoy the relationship. Nothing wrong with you. It's just, it ain't gonna work. And then you could mess with the coworker and stuff like that, if you're gonna do that. But even with the coworker situation, I'm like, why would you jeopardize your job? You are a Celtics NBA coach. And you took your team all the way to the finals. You are in a position of power. And when you're in power, you can't make these silly, dumb, stupid mistakes over a female who is married, by the way. The consensual relationship he had was with a married woman who was married to an NBA executive. That is dangerous. And you thought this was going to be no blowback? Well, I'm an NBA coach, so I'm good. No, you're not, brother. Especially after finding out that she was a snow bunny. She was a white woman. And historically, when it comes to black men and white women relationships, there's a lot of bad blood. A lot of death be happening over, a black man messing with a white woman. And I'm not going to go too detailed into the history, but for those who know, you know the history of what happened, and once again, every time you do that, there's always some consequences. And notice, they're not punishing her. They're only punishing him. They suspended him. They got rid of him. They didn't really get rid of him, but you know how these things go. These corporate execs, they don't want the blowback, so they're going for the easy target. Hey, listen, you need to suspend him or do something about him to basically humiliate him. And there was an interview that Stephen A. Smith did with the Breakfast Club, and he talked about how there's consensual work relationships. They happen all the time. But with this, it's just like you suspended him. You didn't fire him. And good to let you know, he said, I've seen white boys get in consensual relationship with their workers and stuff. And there's no blowback. There's no questioning. They know what's happening. So he said, hey, race has something to play into it as well. But in terms of relationships with work, this is why I discourage relationships at work. It's not just for the connection. It's the blowback. Like, this is where you work. This is where you make your money. This is where you earn that check. And you can't be messing around with females at work because of this reason. The blowback. She might react. You break it off with her. She gonna feel some type of way. And there's gonna be some blowback. And that's my entire thoughts in this whole situation. Like, he shouldn't have done it. He should have came to Nia Long, told her, hey, it's over, and then go their own separate ways. That's how you got to handle the situation as a man. But now he's lost his position of power, and now nobody knows what his future is going to have.
And Daniel, you actually transitioned to where my next question is going to go, but I remember me and you used to have this debate all the time about should you date in the workplace or not, and I used to say, no, there's nothing wrong with it until this situation happened. And then I said, I see what you're talking about now. Because the problem I have, too, with the Celtics is not only did they not fire him they leaked it out to the public to almost like shame him and crucify him. But at the same time, they didn't leak the woman's name. And well, my next question is, I was watching First Take the day this story leaked, and I saw Stephen A. Smith and Malika Andrews had an exchange about this, and he said, why is it that his name was just leaked and the woman's name wasn't leaked? And Malika Andrews kind of came at Stephen A. Sideways, and she started making it a feminist issue. So do you believe that modern day feminism is hurting the black family? Because how is it that a married woman is not being held to the same standard as a man that's not married, but he's carrying on a relationship and work? So what are your thoughts on this, Daniel?
My thoughts on this is this. Like, if it's just like doing a workplace relationships and everything, and it's just like, I'm against it because, like I said, the blowback, the heat, the corporate executives, HR, when they find out about these situations, they don't want to deal with it. So they're like, hey, they fire them or suspend them or do something with them because they don't want the blowback and everything else that comes upon them. They got to pay for it. They pay the price because this is a corporation. This is all about business. It's all about making money. They can't be making money and everything if they, two coworkers, they messing around with each other and they can't focus on their job and stuff like that. And it's just also on top of this situation, the Celtics coach dude, he got with a married woman, and her husband is an NBA executive. Like, come on. Why would you do that? You messing with a married woman. You already know it's going to be blowback. This is her husband is an NFL executive. What are you doing? It don't make no sense. Like, it's dumb, man. He should have, mess with me along a little bit, and then if things ain't work out, tell us straight up what was going to happen. And that's how I feel, like my thoughts on it, like the whole workplace relationship concept. Like, I get it. Back in the old days, it used to be like that and everything. Because I get it. You're around that person all the time. You connect with that person. You like that person and everything. You hang out with that person. You see them every single day, almost. And it's just, stuff happens. But in this day and age, we can't do that because it's just the blowback. You can't focus. You're trying to make money. Stuff happens. That's just my overall thoughts on this, man.
And I agree with your thoughts on that, but here's the problem I have is that why is it that there were some women coming to the woman's defense, and she's a married woman, but when Stephen A. or any other male, they came to his defense and saying, well, look, she's a married woman, people had a problem with it.
Well,
go ahead.
I'll say this. Reason why women are coming to her defense is because they're going to support each other. They compete, even though they compete with each other and everything else, they're going to turn it into it's a men versus the women type of thing. And it's not even about that, but that's how some of them see it. So they're going to do whatever it takes to defend that woman and everything, even though what she did was wrong and stuff. Because, we're black, we're women and stuff like that. Feminism. And we're going to support each other and stuff like that. And it's just like, basically, we're creating a culture where women can't be held accountable for their actions. Men can be held accountable all day long, but women, if they do something wrong, they got to be quick to defend. We got to be quick to defend them, quick to defend them, even though they do wrong. That's my thoughts on this and why, there's pushback with the men who speak up about this and everything. Like with Stephen A. Smith and Malika Andrews, they were arguing, they were going at it. And Malika Andrews is probably part of that black feminism agenda where we got to support all women and stuff like that. And they're trying to basically destroy and emasculate the black man with this by not having women be accountable for their actions. So it's kind of like basically kind of oppression because they're trying to oppress black male masculinity. That's my thoughts.
Do you think that there's a problem with that the married woman being held Ime Udoka being held to higher standard than the married woman that worked in the Celtics organization that he carried the affair on with?
Do I think something's wrong with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of like what you guys said. She was married. She knew what she was doing. Like, it takes two to tango. It wasn't like he did all this himself. She played a part in it as well. So if you're gonna do all this extra stuff for Ime and have interviews and press conferences and leak it to the media, just period, then yeah, the woman has to be held to the same standard. It's all fairness.
And to piggyback off of what Daniel was saying, this goes to my next question. More, do you believe that modern day feminism is hurting the black family and is hurting black men?
Yeah. I think it is, because there's no unity no more, or there's no preaching unity as strong as much as it used to be back in the day, I think. Because we either have independent women or we have Andrew Tate ass dudes. Like, there's no. I blame social media for that. I blame the culture in general for that. I think everything's just so hypersexualized that it just created a mess. And feminism helps embrace their sexuality, which is cool, but you put in how they over-sexualize everything now. It takes everything to a level it probably wasn't even meant to be. And I also think it just looks good on the corporate level, I guess, for something. Like, so they can, like, use it as toys while they do whatever they do behind closed doors. You know, they can use the cloak of feminism and diversity and all that while they do their dirt in the shadows. Yeah.
And I agree with both of y'all on that, because I think what's going on too is, I think this all where it really got kicked off is the Me Too movement. They made it to where to make men feel uncomfortable about talking about anything dealing with female issues or sexuality or masculinity, especially black men. I feel like they're using that to emasculate black men. And anytime a black man, he stands up and defends himself and attacks back, people want to use it as he's out of control or he's being disrespectful. But no, he's just telling you the truth. Like 5 years ago, if we said this stuff, it wouldn't be known as radical or known as crazy. It would be the norm. It would be the truth.
Yeah. It made everything so sensitive.
Yeah. Cancel culture, Me Too, different LGBT agendas. You can't talk about this and that. War on masculinity, that's what I call it. And this brings me to the next question, because Malika Andrews turned it into Stephen A. being sexist. So I want to know, this question is for Daniel. Is holding a woman accountable for cheating on her husband sexist?
Absolutely not. That's not sexist. You're speaking out against injustice and against evil. If you're holding a woman accountable for cheating on her husband, mind you, with another man, and you think that's sexist, there is something wrong with you. No one else, just you. They're doing this as an agenda to say that we cannot hold these women accountable for doing wrong and for doing evil. If a man is to be held accountable for cheating on his woman with another woman, and that's wrong, cool. If we show these women accountable for cheating on her husband with another man, then that is also, wrong. You can't say one is right and one is wrong. No, you can't do that. You have to call a spade a spade. You have to call out injustice for what it is, and you have to call it out. There's no sexism here. How is that sexist? You're calling out evil. You're calling out injustice. The problem is people don't want this to be called out. They don't want to talk about it. They want to do this, continue this double standard nonsense. And I'm like, no. You got to call a spade a spade. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay, bringing this back to you, Mo. Same question. Is holding a woman accountable for cheating on her husband sexist?
No, it is not. No, it's not. It's not sexist because, like what Daniel said, you just calling a spade a spade. If he cheated on his wife with you, then you obviously cheated on somebody with him. So, if you're not going to take it there for her, don't take it there with him. So, I'm not thinking it's sexist.
Okay, final thoughts. Do either one of y'all have anything that y'all want to promote, or do you have anything else on these topics that you want to discuss more?
On these topics, I feel like with all of them, we have to just call out evil. We have to call out evil. We have to call out injustice. We can't just sweep it under the rug and cover it up and everything with all of these topics. You can't just do that. We have to speak out about it. We have to call it out. And we have to hold people accountable. That's just my thoughts on it.
I also agree. We gotta hold people accountable. We gotta start holding people accountable. Kanye would first hold him accountable. Stop buying his stuff. They don't even look that good. Have y'all seen this new runway model clothes stuff they be modeling? They be having.
No, not really.
They look crazy. It's just a bunch of cut up shirts.
It look like stuff that you put on homeless people. Like, I don't know why he does that.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't get it.
Well, Maul, I have a question to ask you, brother. It's called a game here. We're gonna do. It's called the dab or pass game question. So the rules are this: I ask you a question, and if you answer yes, you have to dab, and you have to go yeah, and or you can pass. So the first question I'm gonna do is: have you ever raced someone in your car before?
Have I ever raced someone?
Yeah.
In my car?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever done mixed martial arts?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever talked to a crazy woman?
Have I ever talked to a crazy woman? What do we call it, crazy?
He's doing his very best not to do that, man. All right, but crazy is, we all know what crazy is. Like, she crazy, she out of control. She, death threats,
Oh, well, in that case, I have to dab on this one. So, I'm dabbing.
And you gotta do it all, man. You gotta do it all. You gotta do it all. Yeah.
All right. There's a dab.
We got him, guys. We got him.
Got him on one.
Yep. Well, that's the whole dab or pass questions there. Any other final thoughts and everything else you want to say on the whole topics, Mr. Maul?
Just hold people accountable. Brett Farve, you are scum, and stop listening to Kanye's music. I don't know, because I be listening to Kanye's music.
I feel like we all kind of do listen to his music, especially like his old stuff, where it's like he got some good music.
Yeah.
Especially from the old stuff is good.
Yep.
His new stuff is kind of trash.
Yeah, I don't listen to it.
The old stuff,
I
man.
like Donda. Donda was good. It was just long as hell. But I like Donda. He had some hits on that one. Because he did it with some... That's when... Well, basically what he did his tour. That album with everybody on it. It's a good album. The features are really good. At least. I don't know about him, but the features are really good. It sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the last Kanye album I listened to currently was The Life of Pablo. I haven't been rocking with him since after that.
Yeah, he did not drop a lot of good stuff like between now.
Yeah, but anyway, brothers and sisters, we gotta close the podcast, brothers. I just wanted to have y'all listen to the outro music and tell y'all turn up, have fun, listen to Black Evolution Season 4. It's the bass season. We turn up, we changing the game, we changing the culture. We gonna talk about topics no one else ever dare talk about. Turn up. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 hey.